You don't need confidence to just do it. I'm Amy Colombo, a confidence life coach, registered nurse, single mother to 3 boys here in New Jersey, working from my yard. My intention for you is for you to just do it. That's it. That's my intention. That one small thing that you've been wanting to do but haven't yet, I want you to walk away and just do it, not think about it. I'm going to start off with a quote by the genius who created the slogan, just do it. His name is Dan Wieden. Excellence is not a formula. Excellence is the grand experiment. It ain't mathematics, it's jazz. Ugh. When I was researching this morning, this slogan, I was so emotional. It was really amazing to find out how the slogan was created. So Dan Wieden, he owns a marketing agency way back when. 1988 was when Nike launched their campaign, Just Do It. And they were in the boardroom and they were like throwing it around. Do we really need it? They almost like didn't launch this slogan, but Dan's inspiration for the slogan was watching a live execution, a man who was sentenced to the death penalty in 1977, 11 years prior. And when he was sentenced to the death penalty, his name was Gary Gilmore. His last words were, let's do it. Like, come on, let's do it. Let's get this over with. And he didn't like the word let's, so he implemented the word just. And the reason why this was so impactful, and this immediately was huge, Nike got tons of letters and feedback on this campaign, was because it aimed to connect with both hardcore athletes and everyday individuals striving for fitness and personal goals. It tapped into a sense of overcoming challenges and pushing personal boundaries, making it relatable to everybody. The campaign featuring Just Do It significantly boosted Nike's sales and brand recognition, solidifying its position as a global leader in athletic apparel. The slogan also fostered a strong brand identity and a powerful emotional connection with consumers. I was very emotional this morning doing all this research because it just hit a nerve inside me. This has been my own personal work. I have been practicing this Just Do It, and I'm going to get into a couple of examples on how it's really changing the game for me and my clients' lives. So the simplicity and directness of this message allows for people from all walks of life to interpret it and apply it to your own aspirations. And it gives a sense of empowerment and encouragement just to take action, regardless of the scale of your goals. So whether or not your Just Do It means getting up off the damn couch if you're depressed, or running a marathon if you're this world-class athlete, just do it really is the thing that we need to do, getting out of our heads and taking action to start building and creating the momentum and the confidence that we all aspire to have. But we don't have confidence in the beginning. So how do we just do it? Well, we need to lean into courage. Okay. And what is courage? According to the dictionary, it is the mental or moral strength to venture, persevere, and withstand danger, fear, or difficulty. Okay. So when we think of courage, I like to think of that very textbook, courageous fireman running into a burning building. And we look at him and we just think, oh my God, how does he do that? He's so courageous. He's so brave. How does he do it? He doesn't like it. He doesn't want to do it, but it's his job. It's his duty. It's his mission. This is what he signed up for. And he just does it, right? But that is courage. That is being brave. It doesn't mean that we like it. It doesn't mean that it feels good. Quite the contrary. Courage is a necessary precursor for building confidence. Confidence comes through a journey of competence. How do we become competent? We become competent by doing something over and over and over again until it just is. It just lands in our body, until those neural pathways are formed and we kind of know what to expect. But in the beginning, there's fear. Stop fearing your fear. Take it with you. This is courage. Anyone who's been brave or courageous, they have taken it with them. Can you take the energy that you're attributing to your coping mechanism, whatever it is, for you, and move it towards your courage. It takes a lot of energy for these coping mechanisms. If you're stuck in procrastination, indecision, confusion, avoidance, fear of the unknown, self-doubt, if you're stuck, those are very heavy, draining energies. So what you don't realize is that by not doing the thing that you actually want to do, you're actually exerting energy in the coping mechanism of not doing it, whether it's one of these forms or fashions. So just kind of knowing that for some of you like more logical people, I know that really helped me when I realized like, oh, I'm exerting just as much energy not doing it. Let me just do it, right? That might just kind of make logical sense for some of us. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. That is so true. And that is a quote by Franklin D. Roosevelt. And I love it so much. We need to learn how to take the fear with us. That is being courageous. That is being brave. That is the science of just do it. Acknowledge and validate by turning towards it and feel it. So I say fear. There's fear in every one of these mechanisms, but you want to turn towards these parts. I like to call them parts of you. You're not just this lazy slug on the couch. You're not just this fearful person that is not taking action. You refer to this as a part of you because it's a part of you. And guess what? It's vulnerable and it needs support. In order for you to just do it, you have to be willing to take it with you. So the resistance, the procrastination, the avoidance, the fear, the doubt, how can you take it with you on the journey? Well, first we want to acknowledge it and validate it. One of the worst things that we can do is try to pretend it's not there and just ignore it and avoid it. And I don't know about you, but I am this person that when I'm like ruminating in my head and I'm feeling nervous and I'm kind of like procrastinating, I will start cleaning, I will start organizing. And it's this clever way of me avoiding doing the actual thing that I know I should be doing. But it's like I'm taking the energy of that anxiety and fear and I'm putting it into this other thing. And you would think I would just do the darn thing, but no, instead I'm exerting energy on this other thing because I'm kind of trying to avoid it. I'm trying to pretend it's not there. But when we acknowledge it, it means just getting still, putting your hand on your heart, taking a deep breath in, and just saying like, yeah, I'm procrastinating. I'm scared. I'm feeling lazy, even I'm judging myself harshly. Whatever it is, just take a beat and turn towards it and know that this part is really trying to help you in this misguided way. And just by acknowledging it in this way will actually soften it. You might even cry. You might have a big emotional release because usually there's vulnerable emotions underneath what has you stuck. Okay. And then listen, let it speak. Let it tell you, even though you might be, well, I know, I'm just afraid. I'm afraid of getting up on stage. I'm afraid of somebody laughing at me. I'm afraid of falling. I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of that. Yes. And you're still just, when we calm down, we take a beat, we take a breath, and we listen, we're actually slowing down with presence. So just getting presence with that fear, being with it, feeling it in your body, and letting it speak in a slower way will help to move it through. Whenever we're just like, I know I'm trying to avoid, I'm trying to pretend, I'm trying to not think, or we're just kind of like vomiting it on, like, I don't know. I used to be this person. I used to call someone up and I used to just like vomit it on top of somebody else and like get it out. That actually doesn't help. That actually makes it worse. So slow down, breathe, turn towards it, let it speak, and then take it with you. That's it. Just take it with you. Like, okay, all right, yeah, that's why it's just do it. It's not a command. It's not like saying, like, go do it. It's not like ordering you to. It's like, just do it, right? You don't have to like it. Just do it because you know it's good for you. Or just fucking do it. Come on, let's go, right? If we need that little bit of tougher love, like I think of at the gym, I have been cursing my head off at the gym lately. I have really been leaning into this whole like self dialogue that's going on while we're challenging ourselves. And like lots of aggressive curse words are coming out of me, but it's helping me. It's helping me make gains. So whatever it is, whether it's come on, man, just fucking do it. Whether you need that like tough, encouraging love, or if you need like, just do it. kind of like how I talk to my kid. I really think of this of how I talk to my kid in different areas and what he needs. My 9-year-old, it's the same thing with you. Guess what? You don't have a mom to make you do what's good for you anymore. You're your own mom, you're your own dad. So we need to learn to talk to ourselves in a way to motivate ourselves to just do it and to really tune in to what we need. So again, breathe, slow down, listen, and take it with you. That's okay. Good. Take this resistance with me. I don't have to do it perfect. I just need to do it. I'm just going to bring in here the top 5 regrets of the dying, a life transformed by the dearly departed Bronnie Ware was the woman who wrote this book. She was a home health aide who in hospice, who took care of hundreds and hundreds of people at the end of life and heard them share their regrets. And she wrote a book called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. And 2 of them involve courage. Number 1 regret of the dying. I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. The courage to live a life true to myself, not what others expected of me. I think of perfect example, an old friend of mine went to law school because she came from a family and status was everything. And it was just this thing. She was this creative genius as an artist, and she loved art. And I was friends with her well into my 40s, and she had always regretted going to law school, hated her job for as long as I can remember. But it was this imprinting, this conditioning from her upbringing. It was just expected. You know, her cousins were doctors and she was a lawyer, and that's just what I did. This is a perfect example of this. So having the courage to live a life true to yourself. And number 3, I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. So what I just told you to do, when you're not ignoring yourself, avoiding yourself, when you're slowing down, breathing, turning towards your fear, your doubt, your procrastination, your laziness, whatever it is you call it, when you slow down, breathe, and turn towards it, you're actually expressing your feelings to yourself. Isn't that amazing that you don't need someone else to do this with? It is so therapeutic to learn how to do this for yourself. Your whole life will change if you start just being honest with the one person who's been with you from birth and will be with you till death, which is you, and start expressing your truth and having compassion for it, right? And being able to give it what it needs, whatever it needs in that moment, whether it's love, compassion, a kick in the ass, just give it what it needs. You have your own medicine. Is the thought of being brave scarier than the thought of getting to the end of your life and thinking, what if I would have shown up? I was on a call yesterday with a 70-year-old woman. She has lived her whole life in servitude to everyone else. Her husband just recently passed away after her taking care of him. He was ill for 38 years. She, at 70 years old, is grieving that loss and feeling this opportunity of getting to know who she truly is at 70 years old. I was so inspired. I actually, right there in the call, brought her to the end. I was like, hey, let's go to the end. Let's give you another 20 years, rather 10, 20 years. Like, how's it going to feel? How's it going to feel to have accomplished these goals that you want to accomplish? She wants to write a book. She wants to share her story. She wants to learn who she is authentically. And like, she just smiled. And I will say, she will feel in that moment is no different than every other person, everyone I've coached hundreds at this point. You want what you want, whether it's the car, the house, the job, the business, the book you want to write, the children you want, the partner, whatever it is you want. When I bring you to that deeper place of what are the feelings you'll feel and what does that mean to you personally, it means that you will feel accomplished, that you will feel like you matter, that you will feel like you've really done something with your life. And the feeling that will produce inside of you is the feeling of pride. You will feel proud of yourself. And this is what all humans want at the end of the day. We want to feel like we've accomplished something meaningful. We want to feel proud of ourselves. And even if you're telling yourself a story like, I want to make mom proud or dad proud or this one proud, you really want to make yourself proud is what it is. And that's what just doing it, taking the fear with you and practicing courage will create in your life. That will eventually lead to confidence. If you just do it, courage, what it looks like. If you want to start a business, as so many nurses in this community do, what would Just Do It look like for you? How about getting real with your numbers? How about actually sitting down and doing your budget and actually knowing the real number of what you need to bring in to sustain this journey ahead? Maybe Just Do It as that. How about getting the best Wi-Fi money can buy as an upgrade to your home to prepare for all the clients you're going to have? How about the next time you go to the park with your kid or you go to the gym and you have a conversation with someone, you introduce yourself as the coach, as the brand new entrepreneur instead of the nurse. That's what Just Do It can look like for you. If you're letting go of a procrastination pattern like I am, okay, and you keep finding yourself cleaning your house when you're supposed to be creating a talk or a proposal, which is the most important thing you want to do, but you keep procrastinating by avoiding and doing these other things, what does Just Do It look like for you? Well, maybe it's just don't do it. Maybe it's like just don't do the thing. Don't go clean the junk drawer. Don't start cleaning the house. Maybe you catch yourself and you stop yourself and you reassess. Tell yourself no. We need to learn how to parent ourselves and tell ourselves no. And let's go do this other thing. When you find yourself telling yourself, I'll do it later, like the exercise, the walk, the phone call, the task at hand that is important to you, tell yourself, just do it now. Just do it now. And I did this morning, planned the night before. I knew I had this talk to prepare. And usually, I'll be quite honest, I'm preparing them right before I go live. But this morning, I woke up early, and instead of doing all these other things, I made this my priority. And I created this talk hours ago. And that was a huge win for me because I just didn't do all the other things that would have been easier to get out of the way. And I just did the thing that was most important to me. If you're a coach and you want to create a client, but you're sitting around waiting around on a prayer for someone to reach out to you and they're not, what would Just Do It look like for you? Well, maybe it means getting up off the couch and going to 3 local libraries in your area and offering to do a talk or a workshop. Maybe you're going door to door in your neighborhood and offering coaching door to door to your neighbors or to some neighborhood around you. Maybe you're reaching out virtually to the last 5 people that liked or commented on a post and offering them a free coaching experience with you, or offering them some type of a call to help them. I just landed a residency, a monthly residency at a huge wellness center near me in my county. And I'm going to tell you how I just did it. I went to this wellness center that I really like. I went to a sound bath that they were having, and I love this wellness center. It's beautiful. I've been there a couple times and I'm like, wow, wouldn't it be cool if I could do one of these like monthly things? And I had the moment of truth. There was a moment when we were all like let out of the room, and I just happened to be standing right near the front desk, and the woman at the front desk was there, and she was talking to someone, and then the person left. And I literally had a split second to decide, am I going to open up a conversation with her or am I not? And I just did. We had a conversation. We ended up booking a meeting, and now I have a monthly residency there for the months of September through December, bringing in an EFT series workshop because I just did it. I just did it. It was that moment of truth where you're like, do I, don't I, do I, don't I? And I just did it. And that's how I landed that. If you're overweight and you're hating it and you're finding yourself wallowing in the misery of it and you're telling yourself a story that it's too hard to lose weight, what would just do it look like for you? How about getting your sneakers on right now and going for your first of many 20-minute walks? How about just don't do it? The next time you're at the grocery store and you want to buy the cookies, donuts, or cake, you just don't do it. How about instead of spending an hour on the phone with that friend or family member gossiping, you invite them to meet you for a walk and talk? Instead, go gossip and walk. How about finally joining that program you've been checking out to help you because you're worth it. You're worth it. I'm going to give you an example of how I just recently went from hating kettlebells to actually kind of loving them. I did a talk at my CrossFit gym. I go to CrossFit. I came in, I did a workshop for them all about the inner voice. And while I was doing the workshop, I was running them through a process and asking them to share, like, what's the thing they hate in the gym? Because we all have that thing that we hate. Those of you that go to the gym know what I'm talking about. So I had to look at what I hate, and it's kettlebells. I was telling myself a story. I hate kettlebells. And so much so that for a whole year, I would never go on Sundays because Sundays is kettlebell day. And I go 5 days a week to this gym pretty consistently. Every time I would see like a kettlebell workout, I would not go that day. So it was actually preventing me from going and getting the CrossFit workout that I love and I want to get. So I looked at it, and what I did was I stopped, I dropped in just like I told you to, and I listened to myself. I listened to that judge, that critic that's saying, we hate kettlebells. And I was like, okay, what do we hate about them? And when you do this, you will be so, I'm telling you, you think you know, but you don't know till you do this. I realized that what I actually hate about kettlebells was my hand grip strength. It has gotten weaker and harder for me. So I realized that the hand grip is weak and I feel like it's just going to fall out of my hands. It's like uncomfortable. Once I realized that, I was like, oh, so I don't really hate kettlebells. I just don't like the fact that my hands are weak. And with that, I was like, but you know what? Again, changing that inner voice. I don't hate kettlebells. They're just challenging for my hand grip. And you know what? I can work around that. So what did I do? I got real grippy gloves and I signed up for a Sunday class. And ever since then, now I don't cancel when kettlebells are on the menu. And I've gotten stronger. My hand grip has gotten stronger. I am so freaking proud of this. I just did a big kettlebell workout yesterday and I like threw the kettlebell and like screamed. And my coach was like, yeah, Amy. And it felt so good. So just do it. Stop, drop in, find out what your fear wants to say, listen to it, bring it with you. Work around it. Use the modifications that you need, but please just do it. Don't come to the end of life and have one of these regrets like Bronnie Ware talks about. I'm going to end with a 1991 Nike ad campaign for women's empowerment. You were born a daughter. You looked up to your mother, father. You looked up to everyone. You wanted to be a princess. You are a princess. Sooner or later, you start taking yourself seriously. You know when you need a break. You know when you need a rest. You know what to get worked up about and what to get rid of. And you know when it's time to take care of yourself for yourself, to do something that makes you stronger, faster, more complete. Because you know it's never too late to have a life and never too late to change one. How can this apply to you right now? That is a campaign, a Nike ad campaign from 1991. And that just touches a chord inside me. I don't know if it does for you. It just speaks volumes. How can this apply to you right now? Please don't let your life pass you by and get to the end and end up saying what so many have said before you. I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the others people expected of me. And I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. I wish I had let myself be happier. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. What is one small, just do it step that you can take today? Answer that. Go do it today, not tomorrow. Don't wait on this. You have courage in you. You can parent yourself. You can do something. You don't have to like it. You don't have to love it. You can take your fear with you. You can take your doubt with you. You can do something messy and imperfect just because you know it's good for you, just because you want it, just because it's that one small step on the journey to the bigger vision. You don't have to be perfect at this. And great example is me with those kettlebells. It was wobbly. It was wobbly. It was uncomfortable. I wasn't liking it until I was. And that was yesterday. And this talk was so fitting. That to have happened just yesterday. And for me to actually bring in that real example. If you're ready to move past your fear and into your courage, if you're ready to take it with you because you're done avoiding, pretending, procrastinating, telling yourself a story that you can't or you're incapable, if you're ready to create some real confidence through courage, through commitment, through just doing it, okay, and through learning all the tools and all the skills of meeting yourself, with love and compassion, because that's what we do. Amy Colombo in Confidence to Self-Mastery. We're not like eradicating any part of us. We're not telling any part of us to just shove it. We are bringing love and compassion to everything that you don't like about yourself. And that's what transforms. Presence, love, compassion is the key to transformation, not judgment, not criticism, not like criticizing your way forward. I invite you to join me in my group confidence coaching space, Confidence Through Self-Mastery. I still have spots left. And if this talk resonated with a part of you that is brave, that wants to be brave, that wants to do this in a loving, compassionate way, then book a call with me. You've got the link there. Drop the word confidence, and I will get on a call with you and guide you forward into the most courageous part of yourself. I want to know what that just do it action item is for you. I want to know what it is, and I want you to drop it in the comments so that we can all cheer you on. Bye, everyone.